Hello everyone. So in this video I'm going to be talking about this quote from the anime Attack on Titan, which you might have heard of, and if you haven't, go watch all 31 episodes right now because it's a really good anime. But the quote is basically, those who can't sacrifice anything can accomplish nothing. And this is a very true quote. Think about it this way. If you are at a certain stage of your life and you're in a certain job or in a certain position, you won't get to a different position unless something changes, right? And that thing that might change is might be circumstances, in which case you haven't really accomplished anything because it's a circumstance that accomplished that thing for you. You didn't really do anything. But if you want to do something, you have to change something. And that change might be some habit. You might have to give up something, or you might have to try to gain something. So, if you can't sacrifice something, forget about it. You're not going to be able to accomplish your goal. And with this self-help stuff, and with positive thinking, and trying to improve yourself, if you aren't willing to make sacrifices, you're not going to get very far in this. You might get to a certain point, but if you can't make actual sacrifices, and by actual sacrifices, I mean things that are difficult to give up. Things like maybe going out, or drinking, or video games. Video games is something I actually just gave up yesterday or the day before yesterday. And, well, actually, yesterday I gave up video games, and I feel a lot better right now. Because and it's a difficult thing to give up. That instant gratification, it's a difficult thing to give up. It's not easy, and you have to sacrifice some things if you want to make any sort of improvements. And some of those things are going to be difficult to sacrifice. But I think deep inside, if you look at yourself objectively and if you try to be reasonable, you'll see that there's so many things that I do that don't benefit me, and that I should sacrifice for the sake of my success. If your success is important to you, if your success isn't important to you, then you won't sacrifice it. But if you do value your success, if you do value self-improvement, if you do genuinely want to improve, you have to make some sort of sacrifices. That's something that a lot of people don't get with the self-help stuff. They're all like positive psychology, and I'm going to watch a lot of videos and I'm going to think my way to success, which is simply not the case. You can, thinking, it goes a long way, right? If you change your mindset, then you can begin to change your life, and that's happened to me. Your mind is very powerful, but that can only get you to a certain point, and after that certain point, you have to start sacrificing some stuff. You can't just be unconscious, and you can't just continue to do your old habits. I forgot what quote it was, but it was something along the lines of this. If you want to change, you gotta do something different from what you're doing right now. Obviously, right? You have to do something different. And you see this all the time with people that are in school. And I think I talked about this in a previous video. That what they do is that they say, "Oh, I'm gonna get a really good grades this semester or this year. This year is going to be my year. I'm going to get amazing grades this year." And then and I'm thinking, what exactly changed? Are you willing to make those sacrifices to get to that level? Because if you aren't, then you can forget about it. You have to make some sort of sacrifice, or else you won't. You'll get to a certain point. Don't get me wrong. Just by working hard, you'll get to a certain point. But if you aren't willing to sacrifice your comfort, there are a lot of things in your life that are probably difficult to sacrifice, and that's definitely the meaning of sacrifice is giving up something of value. That's what sacrifice is. You think you know what sacrifice is just by thinking positively and watching a few YouTube videos? That's I don't think that's sacrifice. Maybe it is for a lot of people. This is, of course, if you're gathering knowledge on how to improve yourself, you're already a step ahead. But if you start sacrificing stuff, then you're on a whole nother level. Because most people, they aren't willing to make sacrifices. if you can do that, if you can make those sacrifices, just your productivity, your efficiency, the level you are at will skyrocket. It'll just go above and beyond anything you can imagine. So make sure you look at your life and see what are those things that I have to sacrifice, and think about, is it worth sacrificing for? And what are my goals right now? And are these things helping my goals? And yeah, that's all I have to say. Thanks for watching.